Good morning, students. So let us go ahead with today's practice questions, and that will be from your chapter 4, that is heat. Okay, already sir has explained you about heat chapter in detail. So I'm also sending one pic regarding the synopsis, or what you call the key points or summary of this heat chapter. Okay, please go through your textbook and the videos that sir has sent you, and then we shall be answering few questions here. Okay, so let us go to the first question. Which of the following is not a scale of temperature? We have learnt about temperature and how to measure temperature using different scales, isn't it? So we have got how many scales basically? Kelvin scale, Celsius scale and Fahrenheit scale. So what is not a scale? You have to remember children, go through the question more number of times, 2 to 3 times, then only. Don't rush to the options. First read the question well and understand it and know what you have to do. Here you have to choose that option which is not a scale of temperature. Usually what children do, just they say which of the following scale of temperature and they just put on some option like A, B or C. Here he is asking which is not. So Richter scale is not the scale of temperature. Richter, what is Richter scale? What is it used to measure? It is nothing but Richter scale is used to measure earthquakes, is it not? The tremors. Coming to the second one. X is the mode of transmission. We have learnt about the mode of transmissions also, children. How transmission of heat takes place from one body to the other. X is the mode of transmission of heat that takes place by the movement of hot particles. So what is the question about? Read once again, then only you will know. X is the mode of transmission. We have to find out what is X. That takes place by the movement. What is important here? Movement of hot particles. So we know that there are basically 3 modes of transmission: conduction, convection and radiation. Now in all these 3, which one is that where movements of particles is happening? That you have to know. Let's identify. Let's see conduction. This happens in solids. Do particles move in solids? No. So this is not the right option. The second one is radiation. It doesn't require any medium at all. There is no movement of particles here. Convection. Yes, it happens in liquids, fluids, right? Liquids and gases. So here convection happens by the movement of hot particles. This is the correct option here. Are you getting it, children? Third one. Which of these phenomena is caused due to convection? Now again it is based on transmission of heat by convection. These are we have learnt under convection different processes or phenomena that happen in the nature, right? We have seen different things like where the heat is transmitted by the movement of particles from in the medium. The particles move transmitting the heat. So one is ventilation. Ventilation happens by way of convection, children. Yes, the hot air that you leave, that rises up, right? The warm air rises up and goes through the ventilator, goes out through the ventilator, and the fresh air comes in through the windows. We have learned that, right? So ventilation is a phenomenon of convection. Let us see the other options also. Trade winds. So wind, how do the winds move? Along the equator, actually what happens near the equator, the sun's rays are direct, and so what happens? It is more hot near the equator. So the wind, the hot winds move towards the poles. Those are nothing but trade winds, right? So they also happen because of the movement of air particles, right? This is also a phenomenon. Land breeze. We have seen this land breeze also. What happens during daytime? During night time, what happens? Comparatively, the sea is much warmer, right? So the warmer air from the sea rises up and the wind from land breezes. So that is nothing but called as land breeze. Here also the convection current is set up. The convection is happening in the air. So that is also land breeze. So what should be our right option now? D. All these are the phenomena of convection. Which part of a thermos flask prevents loss of heat? Through radiation. So thermos flask, we all know that we use thermos flask for keeping some liquid like tea or milk for a longer time, warmer for a longer time, right? So what is it in the thermos flask? What is that principle of thermos flask, or what is that thing in that thermos flask which is preventing the loss of heat through radiation? So through radiation particularly he is given. So radiation means it is mainly, it does not require any medium at all. So let us, children, if you see the first option, vacuum. Though there is vacuum, it will not stop the loss of heat from radiation because radiation does not require any medium at all. Same is the case with cork stopper and double glass wall also. These also, it can, the heat can be lost, you know, by way of cork stopper and double glass thing also. So the one which is actually preventing the loss of heat is nothing but the shiny wall. What it does is, it reflects back the radiation that is coming from the hot liquid that is placed in the thermos flask, and that's the reason why the liquid stays hot for a longer time. So the correct option is nothing but D here. Okay, let's check out few more questions now. Children, the fifth question. When two objects are in thermal contact, how is heat transferred from one body to the other? So here you have to recall again what we learned under conduction, children. So there we learnt about the conditions for heat transfer between two bodies under conduction. So there should be some temperature difference between the two bodies, then only heat will flow from one body to the other, and the other one is nothing but there should be a contact between them too. So here the right option is conduction. Okay, the other three are not the right answers because they don't need a thermal contact, physical contact between the two bodies. In which of the following is the rate of heat transfer more? So this is very easy actually, but the questioning is bit tricky. Simply he could ask in which one of the following is a good conductor. So that means rate of heat transfer. That means how good a conductor the following things are. So simply we know that glass, plastic and wood are bad conductors or non-conductors of heat. So the one which is nothing but metal, copper is the right answer here. Okay. So next week I'll be coming up with few more questions, children. Please go through the synopsis that I have given to you and also learn the textbook really well. Okay. Thank you, children.